Hi, welcome to North Riverside Players' first ever virtual murder mystery. My name is Al Meyer, president of North Riverside Players. 1 year ago, we produced our 13th annual murder mystery and fundraiser. It was a lot of fun, and we raised a record amount of contributions for NRP. But thanks to COVID, that was our last live performance. So we wanted to bring a smile to your face and let you know that we are still alive and kicking by producing the following 20-minute virtual murder mystery, A Mystery Murdered. After the performance, I'll talk a moment about how you can make a contribution to NRP and also what we have planned over the next 6 months. We have 3 exciting productions in development. So without further ado, North Riverside Players presents A Mystery Murdered.
Hi there. I'm sure you're wondering what's going on. I can assure you it's not as it first appears. I know. A butler, a gun, a body lying on the floor. You may have even heard gunshots earlier. Yes, he was murdered, but it was someone else who shot him. Perhaps I should better explain. You see, while the course of events ended here only moments ago, they began hours before. Others had all been called here by Mr. Walters. This is his house. Oh, by the way, that's Mr. Walters over there. Oh, this is rather complex. I think it would be best if I take you back and let you see the course of events for yourself. I could never do the story justice in my own words. Now, imagine that it is earlier this evening, and as I said, others had all been called here by Mr. Walters, and oh dear, Mr. Walters. Mr. Walters. Steve, you need to get up.
I'm supposed to be dead.
Well, I know, but these people came to see a story unfold, and we can't very well show the events of how you were murdered with you lying in the middle of the floor, dead.
But I've been shot.
No. See, it's earlier now. You won't be shot for some time yet.
Well, do you think it'll be okay? They won't suddenly be upset if a dead man gets up and walks away?
They'll understand. They came to see a story, not to watch you lie on the floor. Go ahead and get up.
Well, I really wasn't prepared for this. I was expecting to be dead.
I know, but it's for the best.
Well, what do I do now?
Well, to start, just wait in the other room.
I sure hope you know what you're doing.
So do I. As I was saying, other people have been called here by Mr. Walters. This is Betty Dupree, an old flame of Mr. Walters. She still intends to marry him, but not for the right reasons. And this is Jennifer Jones, Mr. Walters' business partner. Lydia Comfrey, Mr. Walters' current fiancée. He loves her, and she loves his money. Oh, and finally, there's Preston Lavender, Lydia's friend. Enough said. Oh, so there you have it. You've met everyone. And with that, I give you the murder of Stephen Walters.
How should I know why we're here?
Well, you're his business partner.
And you're his fiancé.
Would you two quit your bickering?
And I certainly don't know why you're here.
I am here because I was the future Mrs. Walters ever before you came into the picture.
Was is the key word there.
Ladies, please, here.
Must you bring him everywhere?
I was invited, just like you.
Yeah, I bet you were.
As you may have gathered, these folks don't exactly get along. They never have. To be quite honest, they're not the easiest people to get along with.
Who's he talking to?
I don't know.
Who are you talking to?
Shh. The audience.
Oh, well, that's just great. Spoil the illusion.
I'm simply trying to.
You're ruining the story.
I'm just.
You've broken our pace.
I'm acting as the narrator just as I'm supposed to.
Mhm.
I suppose next you'll be telling them how it ends.
Well, they know how it ends.
What?
What?
They know how it ends.
Then what's the point? This is supposed to be a mystery. How
Well,
much
why-
mystery can there be when they know how it ends?
Well, while it's true, they know how it ends. They don't know who did it, only that it was done.
Well, isn't how a big part of the mystery?
Well, it can be, but in this case, the real mystery is who, not how.
And they don't mind knowing the end up front.
Well, they're still here, aren't they?
Well, that guy sitting on his couch has yawned 3 times already.
Looks like he's about to fall asleep.
Oh, he won't fall asleep if you guys stick to the script and keep the story moving ahead.
So it's our fault now.
Can we get back to the story, okay? Thank you. Oh, yeah. As I was saying, there is no great love shared amongst these folks. To put it most bluntly, they hate each other. But in that hate is the one common thread that brings them here today. As much as they may despise each other, they all hate Stephen Walters even more.
I'm still not so sure about you talking to the audience like that. I just don't get it.
It's been done for 1,000 years. It's called an aside.
What?
An aside. Theoretically, when I'm speaking to the audience, you aren't supposed to hear me.
Well, that's silly. We're right here. How can we help but hear you?
You don't understand. Of course you can hear me, but you're supposed to go on as though you can't. It's an opportunity for me as the narrator to speak to the audience. It's almost as though I'm having a personal conversation with each member of the audience. Shakespeare did it all the time. It's like the chorus in an ancient Greek play.
But this isn't a musical.
Well, just because there's a chorus doesn't mean it's a musical.
Well, then why would you have a chorus?
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Then get on with it. We have a story to tell here.
Right, the story. Now, where was I?
You were about to explain the purpose of the chorus.
I meant the story. Remember the murder and all?
Well, I, for one, don't feel like we can continue until you describe this chorus business and that side thing you keep pulling.
You know, I'm going to have to second that one.
Well, what are you doing here?
I wanted to hear what you were talking about.
Oh, good heavens. What about the audience?
Well, they've already paid their money. How do they know this isn't the story they came to see anyway?
Because we already told them it was a murder mystery.
Oh, yeah. But, well, I want to know what the chorus was for, if not for the singing.
Folks, please bear with us for a moment. I promise you this won't take but a minute, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for being
Thank you.
patient.
As I said earlier, as the narrator, I will often speak to the audience as the story unfolds, much like the Greeks did in their plays thousands of years ago. But there, they most often use what is known as a chorus.
But they didn't sing.
Well, they may have in some cases, but they didn't have to. You see, it wasn't the delivery that was important. It was the message.
Well, what was the message?
It would depend on the story. What's important to understand now and how this relates to the statements to the audience that you've witnessed today is why the chorus was here in the first place.
Well, why were they there?
Well, first and foremost, to help the story move ahead.
Why couldn't the characters just do that through the dialogue?
Well, they probably could, but when a story is very complex, it would take hours and hours of dialogue just to set the stage for the events about to happen. But if someone or a group of people, a chorus, were to fill in some of the background and details as the story goes along, the audience gets all the facts, and then the most important parts of the story can be played out on the stage through dialogue.
I don't get it.
Yes. What are you talking about?
The chorus, or in this case, a narrator, provides details and information that may not be readily apparent to the audience, but are important to understanding the story as a whole.
But then why do you keep talking to the audience?
To keep the story moving ahead.
It sounds like just another way for you to get some extra lines and upstage everybody.
Yeah.
It is nothing like that. Everything I say has been carefully crafted by the playwright. Every line, every stage direction, and each aside has been thought out and written down. And for the story to work, it must be followed precisely.
You do have a lot of lines. And some of your speeches are leaning towards soliloquies.
That isn't true.
Oh, really? Then why is it that your lines are coming every other and yet we all have to play round robin?
Well, I don't know. I'm just an actor doing my lines. If you want to take issue with the quantity and occurrence of your lines, talk to the writer.
Well, maybe you already did. And that's why you have all the good lines.
Yeah.
Well, this is ridiculous. We have a story to tell, and I think it'd be best if we get back to it.
Oh, well, that's easy for you to say, being the lead and all.
I don't have the leading role.
Oh, no? Well, then who does?
Well, I'd say it was Steve.
Steve is the lead, but Steve is dead.
Well, not yet, he isn't.
Yeah, not yet, I'm not.
But he will be, and he hardly has any lines.
Yeah, what about that? I have more lines than Steve.
Well, the quantity of the lines is the only factor in making the lead character.
Now, what are you talking about?
Well, the number of lines spoken is no criteria for calling someone the lead character.
Then what is?
Well, the lead character, or the protagonist, is the one who gives all the other characters a reason to be here.
This is way too technical. I'm bored.
Okay, we've gotten way off track again. Let's just get back to our story, the one the audience came to see, and try to entertain them to the best of our abilities. Remember, every part is important to the whole of the story, no matter how big or how small.
Was that a shot at me?
No, I was just trying to get the story back on track and at the same time appeal to your delicate actor egos.
Oh, okay then.
May I continue now?
Fine.
And you're all okay with my being the narrator and speaking to asides to the audience?
Whatever.
Do it anyway.
Voice.
Thank you. Actors. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. As I was saying, none of these folks care much for each other, and they've been all been called here by Stephen Walters for reasons yet unknown.
But I know why.
What are you doing?
Well, I felt it's my responsibility to interject, to draw attention to myself, being the star and all.
Oh, the star? Oh, now I've heard it all. Next, you're going to tell us that the only reason these people are here is to see you. Oh, that's it. That is it. You are so...
People, please, just calm down, Lydia.
Oh.
And you, get out. Oh. May I get you anything? May I get you anything? May I get you anything?
Are you talking to us or to them?
To you, I am the butler, after all. May I get you anything?
Oh, right. No, I'm fine.
Anyone else?
I think I'd like a root beer.
What?
I'd like a root beer.
You're supposed to say no.
How's that?
When I say anyone else, you're supposed to say no.
I am?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
But I'm thirsty. What?
You need to get with it, Jennifer. We have a story to tell here after all.
But I really am thirsty.
You know, so am I.
People?
Yeah, me too.
People?
Well, now that you mention it, I am kind of thirsty too.
People!
I'm kind of thirsty too, John.
People, what are you doing?
Well, you asked us if we wanted anything to drink, and we said no.
As you should.
But we really are kind of thirsty.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to be. It's not part of the script.
Oh, really now? And what has been part of the script so far?
I really don't think this is the time or place to go into that. We must finish telling the story.
Are you going to get us something to drink?
No, I am not going to get you something to drink. What I am going to do is I'm going to finish telling this story no matter what any of you try to do.
You know, John is right. We really need to get the story back on track.
And with that, I shall go.
Jennifer, I think that's your cue. Jen?
What? My cue? Oh, right. Of course. Okay. Before you go, why did Steve call us here tonight?
I am only the butler, and to that, I do not know.
And as the narrator.
To that, I cannot say.
All right. Now, we've been sitting here for 10 minutes now, and we haven't even seen Steve. I'm starting to think that this is one of his practical jokes, and he's not even here.
Oh, he wouldn't. Would he?
He might. He loves to make us suffer and show he has complete control over every one of us.
He certainly does not have control over me.
I don't even know why you're here, dear.
I am here because Steve wishes me to be here, dear. And truth be told, I believe it's for more than just my presence. What?
What was that?
Whatever do you mean?
That little comment just now.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Well,
Yes.
I was trying one of those aside things that John kept pulling earlier.
All right. This is ridiculous. This show is just be turning out to be one big farce. We might as well all just walk about the stage incessantly babbling for 15 minutes and then, send all those good people home.
What a spoiled sport you are. I think you're just jealous.
Jealous of what?
Why, my superior acting and ad-libbing ability that has carried you and the rest of this cast through the play.
Oh, you have got to be kidding.
Oh, I've seen you, all of you, looking at me in awe.
If that's short for awful, then you're right.
Oh, you.
More superior at living, I see.
Oh, that is it. Apologize, Preston.
I won't.
Oh, Jennifer, make him apologize.
Apologize yourself.
Oh,
Oh, freeze! This is the police, and I've got you all covered.
The police, you're not a cop.
I know, I just always wanted to say that.
Oh, brother. If that isn't the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen.
How's that? I'm gonna shoot
Hey, I'm
you.
gonna get
I'm
you.
gonna shoot
You're
you.
driving me
Can't believe
crazy
you're
for
here.
years.
You've always been a thorn in my
Olivia,
side.
you're not much good.
Now,
Yeah.
See, you know,
Come
you're
on, guys.
complaining and you just
Come on, guys. Let's all put our guns down, okay? It's just a play. It isn't worth it. You guys have so much to live for.
Well, this is where you came in. The gunshots, the body falling, the butler with a gun. With a little mystery, a little suspense, and with a little humor, this has been the murder of Stephen Walters. It's been a pleasure having you here to share our story with you today, and we sincerely hope that you've enjoyed being with us as the audience as much as we, as the actors, have enjoyed you. Thanks for coming, and have a great night.
Hi, Al Meyer from North Riverside Players again. I hope you enjoyed our virtual murder mystery as much as we enjoyed performing and producing it. Special thanks to our murder mystery maven, Sonoma Hayes, for directing it. If you'd be so inclined, we would appreciate it if you went to our website, NRPlayers.com, to contribute to the troupe. And if you did already when you signed in, or will, then many, many thanks. The money you donate goes to supporting our contest play efforts and to improving our performance technology, especially our audio and lighting, for which we are renowned. So, what's coming up for NRP? Well, A Mystery Murdered will be available for viewing on demand on our website through March and April, so let your family, friends, and neighbors know about it. Second, we are in the midst of rehearsing Edward Albee's Finding the Sun, directed by Jay Fontanetta, for this year's contest play submission. It's a funny and thought-provoking play, and we hope to make a video of it available in June, and possibly a special live performance this summer. Third, also this summer, we are planning to have a staged reading of a brand new musical written and composed by our very own NRP member, Mark Burrows, titled Zuleika the Great in Oxford. It'll be co-directed by Sam Buonamo and Jay Fontanetta. A stage reading is an important step along the path to a full-blown premiere production of this funny and charming musical. If you are a theater wonk and want to be part of a brand new musical in development, then this is your opportunity. Lastly, our much-delayed production of Sweeney Todd by Stephen Sondheim, directed by Jay Fontanetta, is now scheduled for the first 2 weekends of October 2021. Fingers crossed. We have a wonderful cast already chosen for the show. It should be a spectacular return for NRP to our full-throated musical heritage. So, thanks again for joining us for our virtual murder mystery, and many thanks for your contributions. Check out our website, nrplayers.com, or follow us on Facebook for news on all of these fine productions. We are back in business, show business.